Let me tell you about the owners. The house was bought by Joseph Knowles and his wife. Unbuilt, it was just a piece of property. And shortly after they bought it, poor man died. And she finished the house and lived in it for the next probably 17 years as a widow. Then it was bought, the second couple was a politician and teamster. He had been elected alderman 2 years earlier. His name was McCarty, good solid Irish name, and had married the previous year a young French-Canadian clerk in a dry goods store named Fortin. They came here, bought the house, and lived here for 6 years, and then had a fight of some kind. They got married the previous year when he was 57 and she was 37, so they're pretty much set in their ways. And what happened was she ended up in the house, living here alone, suing his relatives for alienation of affection. And the next year he died, and she stayed here as a widow until she passed in 1933. And then a couple called Giusti bought it, John Giusti and his wife. He was one of the founders of Giusti Bread Company, and they lived here until he passed in 1962, and she passed in 1965.
So the interesting thing here is all they have these bay windows which are huge, and in the middle they don't have any sashes, so it's a great big pane of window but there are these bay windows everywhere, and they were all fitted with these window seats, so they're still all intact, and so none of the rooms are square.
John Giusti used to have his desk here, so he could look out over the harbor and look over County Street, and he could also see St. Anthony of Padua's. His father-in-law, Gastinoli, was from Florence, Italy, had worked in Florence at the museums and had actually helped to move Michelangelo's David, into the museum area. And he came here and did the sculptures for St. Anthony's. So why the sculptures of the angels and the saints are all of pictures of people, are of people who are workers in the St. So he could see the church over there. And so his desk was here, his bureau with all his accounting was here, so he had a beautiful view. And sleeping over on this side is a sleeping porch, where there's a tree and you can see the backyard and the green grass, so it looked very rural, not urban at all. So he had the best of both worlds, the harbor, the city, and the rural sleeping porch.